Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. I'm here on Georgia Farms. This is a new-ish mod map out by Ichipondo, or Ichipondo. It's 25.86 megabytes download, very low. This is a no-nonsense, straightforward map. There's no bells and whistles, there's nothing over the top. It does say, welcome to Georgia Farms. This is a fictional map I created for people who, like myself, love flat maps and big fields. There are no collectibles, there's no natural water source, but there's plenty of space for you to be creative. Go mad with the landscaping tools, productions, buildings, whatever you want to do. It's just kind of no man's land-ish. There's no undulations. It doesn't have any undulations, it's just flat. The map looks like this. There are no mods, there's no required mods to download, nothing at all. I'll show you in build mode as well in a moment. Nothing added in by the map maker. Like I say, no frills, no bells and whistles, it's all straightforward as it is. So on New Farmer we start with the farm. I say the farm. This placeables area technically here, and two small fields, 1 and 2. As far as field prices go, if we look at the plots, and you can buy everything all the way out, all around the edges. We've got some smaller plots here, 217, 203. We've got in the corners a couple of smaller, cheaper plots, 220, 220. And then we got sort of medium ones, and then we come in and we get to sort of slightly larger ones as we get to 720, 720, I think 711, yeah. And then the largest field or largest plot is all the way down the side here, 21. That's 1,904,000. The only plot you can't buy, which disappointed is the wrong word, is the plot here in the middle, which has got some sell points and your vehicle store. Because these are very large, open, technically placeables areas. I mean, to be honest with you, there's enough map. There's enough flat map for you to place and do whatever you want. That's not a problem. So these are your sort of, well, your sell points and a couple of production chains. It's nothing sort of over the top. So, slot count. New Farmer. Wait for it. It's fairly low. 590. That's all. 590. We start with a few bits of equipment and machinery. We've got a farmhouse, sleep trigger, and in the garage we've got the wardrobe trigger. Just in there. We've got a shed. We don't start with a silo. There's no biogas plant. There's no sawmill. There's nothing like that. So it really does give you the scope. If you've got Platinum Expansion Edition, you can add in whatever you want. Go mad with it. Harvester, header trailer. We do have a trailer. Cultivator, seeder. That's it. 3 tractors. If you come onto here on Farm Manager or start from scratch, the slot count goes down from 590 to 449, and you don't start with anything. You don't have the building, the house, should I say, the buildings. Don't have any of the equipment and machinery, and it will look like this. I know, craziness. There's a bit of forestry, as you can see. There are trees about. We have got a pickup tucked down the side here. I just jump in the pickup now. Because this has been done to give you the scope to design and make it however you like, there's no roadways, there's not even a trackway from your placeables point here. It just goes out onto grass, out to fields, and off you go. So what we'll do is we'll drive down the side of this field into this section here. So we're heading west. Now we're heading south. The trees are all very nicely, neatly organised, and if that's not your jam, then go mad on the forestry, go mad on the planting of trees, or you could go out and you could place trees, put a whole forest in, planted them. I mean, I used to do it was FS. I'm trying to think, was it FS15 on Sosnovka? Yeah, because that came out as the gold map, wasn't it? On Sosnovka, and to earn a lot of money because you could send the log train off, and you got paid when it went, and then you got paid again when it was received at the other end. So before I started a Let's Play, I planted trees, and then you sped up time as much as you could speed up time then, you know, not like you can now. It took ages and ages and ages, and you'd go through day after day after day after day after day until all the trees had grown, and then you were ready to start with doing some forestry. And I'd set up whole sort of forest areas. That's much easier to do now, obviously. can see the scale of the fields and just how flat it is. Gas station, just here. Vehicle shop with workshop trigger. There's your workshop trigger just there. Vehicle store trigger is just there. This is the reset point on the map. As you can see, like I said, these are large, potentially placeable areas, but because you can't buy them, you won't be able to put anything on them. And you don't start with this plot at the start or anything like that. It's not part of the verges or periphery. Then we come next door to that. We've got the livestock market. So livestock market trigger for your animals is here, and the livestock market sell point for your bale type things is just here. And we come into the next bay, and this is the grain elevator sell point, just in there. Next bay over, we've got the farmers market, farm shop, Les Jardins de Fermier, that one. So you've got your sell point for your grain crop types in there, and then your pallet type goods here. And then on the end, we've got a bakery. All standard stuff. Oh, there's nothing, like I say, no frills. If we go into our build mode, we go out to the end on each one of them. Nothing added in. It's all base game stuff. So it gives you the scope, like I say, to do whatever you like. If we go from here and head out. So I was curious about the large strip right on the side. I'm pretty sure it is all grass, because I was thinking, I wasn't sure if a big chunk of it was forestry. I think the top section might be. No, I think it's forestry, isn't it? Let's get out to here. Oh no, we might be alright. Right, so there we go. Stop there. So as you can see, grass to that side, forestry to this side, or whichever way around you want to look at it. Forestry to that side, grass to that side. If we come back to our map, you'll see that of that entire section here that can be purchased, we are only here, I would say, a third of the way across that entire plot. So the rest of that, the other 2/3, is all forestry. And the frustrating thing, slightly frustrating thing, when I say it's forestry, it's not forestry you can do with forestry machines. It's these annoying trees that when you bring a harvester over to it, a tree harvester, it says the tree type's not supported, because these aren't straight up and down ones. These are the ones with bits off to the sides. If you're using something like the Devourer, the Rowley Christie 1 VSI Modding Sir Devourer that wood chips trees in a single bound and puts them into a trailer, these sorts of trees normally are pretty good for the amount of wood chip you get from them. So if you were going to go down a wood chipping route, I mean, it's not saying you can't do forestry on them, they're just a lot harder to do. And that's what I was saying. And so we're in the top section now, and it's the same thing again. So all these plots right around the outside, probably a third of them, maybe even less than that as we go across the top, is, I say, usable. Like I say, you come out here with mulchers, devourers, whatever you want to do, you could probably spend an hour and you could clear a massive amount of ground out here. But there's plenty of fields on the inner section anyway. There's plenty going on. But yeah, like I say, I mean, forestry might not be your thing anyway, so you might think, well, it doesn't bother me at all. But that's a lot of land out on the sort of around the edges with trees on that potentially you can't use unless you remove a lot of those trees out from it. But yeah, like I say, this might be right up your street. If you just want to try out a lot of the big equipment, you know, the really expansive, huge stuff, you know, or you just want to use the Chris S. Riley S. Colossus Harvesters pack, you can clear this entire map in no time. I mean, absolutely no time, especially with the addition of the new forage harvester as well. I was thinking about that the other day, of doing a massive silage harvest on corn or something, but using the Chris S. Riley S. forage harvester. Whoa! I mean, yeah, it wouldn't take 5 minutes, would it? But anyway, that's it. That's the map. Like I said, straightforward, no nonsense. That's Georgia Farms. By I say Ichipondo. It might be Ichipondo, but whichever way round. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.